certain topic that I wanted to speak about, because within our communities and within our societies, it is often seen that we break ties with our friends, we break ties with our families, with our relatives. But before I come on to that part of the bayan, within the short time that I've been given, I'd like to mention a waqi in regards to sadaqah. As many of you are aware, a good deed is multiplied by 70 on the day of Friday. So inshallah, this £1 you will give, it will be counted as if you have given £70. But in regards to sadaqah, a story comes into mind where, in regards to the nation of Sayyidina Salih alayhi salam, there was a man amongst the nation of Sayyidina Salih alayhi salam, and he was known, people would recognize him as the one who would annoy people a lot. He was very annoying to the society and the community as a whole. So when the people of that community, they become fed up with him, the people of that nation, they become fed up with that individual, they went into the court of Sayyidina Salih alayhi salam and they said, Your Honor, we have become fed up with this person. We cannot tolerate him anymore. Pray against this person, just get rid of him. Sayyidina Salih alayhi salam had said to that individual that you will be relieved of his mischief. That man who would annoy people a lot, what his job was that he would go into the jungle and he would cut tree trunks in order to earn wealth for himself and his family. It's mentioned that when this occasion happened, that when the nation of Sayyidina Salih alayhi salam, they told him, they requested him to pray against this person, that following day that man went to the jungle as usual, as this was his job, this was a means of him earning for himself and for his family. It is mentioned that the following day he done the same as well. That he went to the jungle, he cut this firewood, which is a certain type of tree trunk, and he brought it back with him. The people of the nation of Sayyidina Salih alayhi salam, they were shocked to see this, that Sayyidina Salih alayhi salam, he has said to us that you will be relieved of his mischief, whereas this guy has returned to our village safe and sound. We have not been relieved of his mischief. They went into the court of Sayyidina Salih alayhi salam and they said, our master, what's happened? You said to us that we will be relieved of his mischief and he has returned safe and sound. Until now, no calamity has befallen him. Whereas you said to us that we will be relieved of his mischief. Sayyidina Salih alayhi salam called that young man over and said, Oh young man, come here. When that young man went into the court of Sayyidina Salih alayhi salam, Sayyidina Salih alayhi salam said to that individual, he asked that individual, that what good deed have you performed today? That man replied and he said, that today as usual, I went to the jungle in order to earn livelihood, in order to earn wealth for me and my family. But he said, this time I had done something different. This time I took 2 loaves of bread with me. And there's a very important point that we should take into account here as well. That being wealthy is not a condition in order to give sadaqah in the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He said, I took 2 loaves of bread with me. He said, one of them I consumed myself. And the other one I gave a sadaqah in the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He said, despite this, I do not remember me doing any good deeds. He was known to be a very sinful individual as well. Sayyidina Salih alayhi salam had said to that young man that tree trunks that you have bought from the jungle with you in order to earn livelihood, untie them. When he had untied them, he saw that there was a huge black venomous snake that came down from those tree trunks. Sayyidina Salih alayhi salam has said to that young man that you were saved from this mischief due to the sadaqah that you gave in the court of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. By this, my dear Islamic brothers, we learn that giving sadaqah in the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it removes our future calamities. One may think that, already it's difficult upon us, we are struggling with finance as it is anyways. Wallahi, give in the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah will give you much more. So make this intention, this firm intention, my dear Islamic brothers, that today, on the day of Friday, on the best of days, the day of Friday is mentioned to be Eid for the believers, because one good deed is multiplied by 70 times. So make a firm intention that today, on the day of Friday, for the rida of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I will give sadaqah in his court, inshallah. But coming to the main topic of this bayan, I wanted to mention in regard